So what do I do for Adobe and where did I come from? Um, Basically, I've been with Adobe about 4 years now, and I'm Director of Open Source and Standards here for the company. I got started in open source before it was called open source, back in 1991, working with Silicon Graphics. And since that time, I've been pretty much involved in the free software or open source movements through both Silicon Graphics and then through a number of other companies. A lot of startups, a lot of large companies, and now here at Adobe. My job is to bring the concepts of open source into Adobe to figure out the best ways and when we should produce technology to the outside world. How do we treat standards and specifications, and then how do we make all these things work together so that both developers and Adobe get the benefits of being truly open. So how do I define open? Let's first of all recognize that open is one of the most misunderused words known today. People say open when they mean transparent. People say open when they want to say free. For Adobe, open is very simple. It consists of 5 principal elements, which are standards work, specifications, source, community, and content. And all those elements have different aspects of openness that Adobe makes use of through our basic runtime offerings as well as our tooling offering. We're very committed to being one of the most open companies around, even though very few people seem to understand our reach and our exposure in this space. So the ones that are, of those 5, we quite often run into needing to explain 2 of them. First of all, let's explain content. Content doesn't seem that it fits naturally into this open, but your content is something you create. You own it. You should be able to deliver it any way you want to, and you should be able to play it anywhere you want to. And part of Adobe's tradition in our runtime environments, as well as in our tooling environments, is to make sure that that content that you own gets played and deployed anywhere you want to. Anybody else is telling you something different, and they're taking away your freedom to truly be open. Source, we think of our source as a little bit different. We use source, we release source that is core to our product sets. Not things that we don't care about, but things that run in our products every single day. Flex, Blaze DS, which is part of Lifecycle Data Services. Those products, if they go away, our products go away. We like to tap into the innovation that the open community brings into technologies that Adobe makes open. We think it's amazing the things that people do with our work. Adobe's approach to open has been evolving over the last 4 years, and it's really premised on a couple of things. Open is important to developers. And when we talk about open, we also need to recognize that any of these aspects can be open. Likewise, one of the things that you've seen in the last couple of years is that Adobe publishes all of their technology specifications. That means anyone can use these specifications. Build anything you want to. Starting in 1993 when we did it with PDF, and we saw a huge marketplace for PDF tools and readers. We've now done it for all of the Flash components, as an example. Swift is completely open. And if you go out and look, you'll see some really cool technologies built off the fact that our specifications themselves are open. When those specs become stable and ready, then we move them into standards. And at the same point in time, we're going to make it easy for people to build to our specifications by, again, making those unique technology pieces that are implemented to our specs open as open source.